Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Too Many Guys Soccer Show Lower League Report Short. I'm your humble correspondent, Chelsea Mike Shistak. Now, over the weekend, we had a lot of development. And if you're like me and you took time to watch all 11 matches that were on offer, you probably took in a lot. But if you didn't, don't worry. I watch lower league football so that you don't have to. I saw it all. I saw some good stuff. I saw some stuff that was very disastrous. But anyway, here it is. This is your lower league report. First, let's start with the triumphs. You know how we've done in memoriams for the teams who get relegated? Well, let's do a triumph for the teams that get promoted. And this weekend, we had our first team get promoted. So now let's put on some heroic music for them. Wonderful. All right, our first new team being promoted to the Premier League for the 2022-23 season is Fulham. Yes, the West London side lost 2 games in which they could have promoted, including a loss to bottom of the table, Derby County. But on Bank Holiday Monday, Marco Silva's side, powered by the 39th and 40th goals of Alexander Mitrovic, won and claimed their place in England's top flight next year. Great success for them. And Fulham are a side of absolutely wonderful and storied history. Formed in 1879 as the Fulham St. Andrew's Church Sunday School team. Glad I don't have to say all that anymore. They joined the league in 1907 and have not left since. Fulham have had 2 periods of sustained presence in the top flight, the first one being in the 60s, and the second one being more recently in the Premier League era, although I'm sure you remember that. Fulham could have been on a path out of the league completely, finishing mid-table in what was then the equivalent of League Two in the mid-90s, before businessman Mohammed Al-Fayed purchased the side and got them promoted 3 times in 5 years. And then he proceeded to place a statue of Michael Jackson outside the iconic stadium Craven Cottage on the basis that Michael Jackson had once, yes, one time, seen a Fulham match there. We remember Fulham. They've been up, they've been down, but this year they have most certainly been up. Fulham, you've had a great year. You've looked like the class of the championship the entire time. Your stadium's upgrade is almost done and will be done enough for next year. And next year, you'll be watching games in the Premier League. So Fulham, congrats. You have been promoted. But now we've had some relegations this week, and this one, it's just not going to leave anyone cheering unless you happen to cheer for Nottingham Forest. Yes, my friends, today I must sadly report that Derby County, who I have extensively reported on for the pod, they have been relegated. Look, did they deserve to be relegated? No. But honestly, show me a side that loses 21 points and stays up. We were all hoping for that miracle, but hey, let's look at some positives, right? Yeah, you probably have a new owner in Chris Kirchner, and if he comes on, that will ensure your survival. That's a good one. Fingers crossed they dot I's and cross T's as they must there. And not only that, you've given England its hottest new managerial prospect, one Mr. Wayne Rooney. That's right, the Wayne Rooney who tortured my youth as a Man U superstar. You actually had me cheering for him. And under Rooney's leadership, Rooney was an almost accidental manager and just kind of got put into this situation. He kept the team together, and let's face it, they put up a heck of a fight for a team that lost 21 points due to solely off-field matters. Amazon Prime has a new full-length documentary about the guy. And as much as I love lower league football, I am definitely not going to watch that. Sorry, Wayne. Look, all of Wayne Rooney's admirable strength must have taken a lot out of him. Seriously, look at him. He's only 36 years old. No, wait, I'm sorry. Go pause the video, find a recent picture of Wayne Rooney and look at the guy. Yeah, pause it right now. Go ahead and see. Folks, again, 36 years old. I'm 38 and haven't played organized soccer in 20 years. Who would look at the two of us and say, he must have been the world-class athlete? But then again, that's not really fair, is it? I am the pretty one. But anyway, now further wandering off topic, I just want to address the Man U supporters out there. I want you guys to look at the manager of Everton, then go look back and look at your man Wayne. And I want you to go ahead and take back every time you put fat in front of the word Frankie. And in fact, I'd like that in writing on the comments below, if you would. Thank you very much. But Wayne Rooney, you've done way too much to avoid this, but we must. Derby County were one of the original 12 members of the Football League at its foundation in 1888. And along with 9 other sides who signed up that day, they share the record for league longevity. You want to talk about tradition and success? This team has 2 league titles to their name, and by league I mean the top league. And of course, they won the 1946 FA Cup. Their glory years were in the 70s, and they included those 2 league wins, a Charity Shield, a Texaco Cup, and a Watney Cup. And I'm not sure what those are, but they sound important. Things declined, though, through the early 2000s, and the financial straits of the team were so bad that in 2003, Derby County, you were sold for only £3. But you guys have been in bad financial situations before, and you've come through. You fought valiantly, and you got us all cheering not for your sustained membership in the championship, but your sustained and continuation as a club. Let's hope that the summer finds you refreshed and ready. You may have only played 5 of those seasons outside the top 2 divisions of English football, but unfortunately for you, Derby, next year will be your 6th. Derby County, you have been relegated to League One, but we'll see you back soon. Best wishes. Oh, and while we've got the music on, they were not the only relegation. Yes, today we must say goodbye to Barnsley. I know it's Friday afternoon when I'm filming this, and frankly, the wound must be fresh. Last year, powered by your American striker, Daryl DK, you guys made the playoffs. You were almost to the Premier League. But today you stand bottom of the league. Shows you how long a year is in lower league football. Barnsley, the so-called Tykes, won the FA Cup in 1912, but unlike Derby County, they don't have a history of top division success. In fact, since joining the league in 1898, they've spent precisely 1 season in the top flight. That was in the 90s, though they have managed to remain in the league that entire time. Barnsley are part of the larger Arsenal myth of never being relegated. You see, back in 1919 and 1920, the first season back after World War I, the First Division expanded and would have, by right, allowed Barnsley to have their first taste of top-flight football. However, a grand old side, Woolwich Arsenal, dropped Woolwich from their name, and while they should have been relegated, their owner needed a top-tier side to fill his brand-new stadium at Highbury. Bribery ensued. Highbury. And Arsenal weren't relegated, and Barnsley did not play another match in a top-flight league for 78 years. You have every right to be mad about that, Barnsley, but the fact is, this year, you are not good enough, and next year, you'll be playing in League One. Adieu, Barnsley, but we'll be expecting big things from you next year. All right. Focusing now on the promotion races, let's turn our attention to the TV schedule for this weekend. We only have 2 Saturday games on ESPN+, and while Luton Town has an absolutely critical game for their promotion hopes against newly promoted and mid-table Blackpool at 7:30, I'm pretty sure the game you're all going to want to watch is at 10, and it's Fulham. The newly promoted side are searching for not just promotion, but their title. And their opponents, Bournemouth, who are number 2 in the league, also have automatic promotion on their mind. Now, neither of these teams can win those spots tomorrow, but if Fulham win, they'll be in the pretty enviable position of needing only a single draw from themselves or any point drop from Bournemouth to clinch. And again, even in that best case scenario, Bournemouth could only then draw level on points, and frankly, Fulham have a vastly superior goal difference. So winning tomorrow is essentially winning the league, though not officially. And for Bournemouth, meanwhile, they could go back up to a 4-point cushion on third place side Huddersfield, and be only 6 points back in the title race should Fulham start to falter at the end. Losing, though, puts a lot of scenarios back in play where they would have to face a playoff. So they will definitely be looking to avoid that. Bournemouth, Fulham, 10 a.m. Saturday. Watch it. And as it stands now, Huddersfield, who relegated Barnsley today, they actually, in doing so, earned themselves a spot in the playoffs. Luton Town, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United occupy spots 4, 5, and 6. But 5 teams are within 4 points of 6th place, which has been, like 4th place in the Premier League this year, the kiss of death. 3 of those sides who have dropped out of the top 6, Blackburn Rovers, Middlesbrough, QPR, have been in such awful form that seemingly out of nowhere, we have Millwall creeping up into 7th place. And while they themselves aren't in stunning form, they've only won 2 of their last 5 games, it's still better than any of those 3 sides that I just mentioned. I'm not entirely sold on Sheffield United in 6th, though I suppose at this moment they're who I would pick to be in the playoffs. They have a crucial match against QPR next week, and after that we'll play a Fulham team that may or may not involve the boys' Sunday school after which they were originally named. Or, I don't know, maybe they put Alexander Mitrovic out there and try to go for 45. Who knows? Still, but this begs the question, why not Millwall? Can't you hear their song echoing behind you? Oh, that song that we Philadelphia fans have appropriated to our benefit so successfully. You know it. No one likes us, no one likes us, no one likes us, we don't care. So anyway, Millwall have 2, I didn't get to the good part of that though, but they have 2 matches against table deadweights, Birmingham and Peterborough, and then a match against a potentially very needy or a potentially already promoted Bournemouth side. By the way, Bournemouth are playing 3 playoff contenders to finish the season, so points could be at a premium for them. So again, you might want to tune into that match tomorrow at 10. That's Saturday at 10. But Millwall, what am I going to say? I'm going to say maybe. I'll be watching to find out, but I'm very interested. Next, over in League One, we've got Wigan. That's right, FA Cup 2013 winners, Wigan. They can win both promotion and their league outright if they beat Plymouth Argyle this weekend. That's not an easy task. Plymouth Argyle are in 5th and have looked pretty much for the second half of the season like a playoff team. Next in 2nd, you've got Rotherham, and then in 3rd, MK Dons. I'm looking at this, and Rotherham have 3 matches left, while the Dons only have 2. Rotherham take on Oxford, and the Dons face Morecambe. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Dons go ahead briefly this week here, but Rotherham are still in the driver's seat in my mind for automatic promotion. Oxford in 8th really need a result out of their match, and with only two matches remaining, they'll be out of the final playoff spot. But in that final playoff spot, we've got Wycombe and Sunderland. Sunderland also have an extra match here, although that match is against Rotherham. I still think they have it lined up to be that 6th spot. Wycombe have a critical match against Sheffield Wednesday in 4th. But Sheffield Wednesday right now would be my pick to win the playoff. So there's a lot going on right there. Keep your eyes on League One tomorrow. Also, very strong potential for Doncaster and Wimbledon to be relegated. Wimbledon for the first time in their history in this week's matches. I'm so confident that this is going to happen that I've already written their in memoriams. Wimbledon's is very short. All right, over in League Two, ambling towards the finish line, we have wire-to-wire leaders Forest Green, leaving us to beg the question, are you not going to win League Two? We'll see. They're 5 points clear, but that keeps dripping away as we keep moving through the season. The real drama here is in the final playoff spot as the Tranmere Rovers stand level on points, but ahead on goal difference by precisely one against Mansfield Town. Mansfield have a game in hand, but a loss by either side could allow Salford City, who are famously owned by a bunch of has-beens from Manchester United, to get back in the mix, as they should win their match against Oldham tomorrow. Most of the teams in League Two have 3 or 4 games left, so the playoff drama here is still unfolding, and it's going to begin to escalate as we move forward. All to play for, though, like just Oldham, all to play for. A loss by them and a win by Stevenage would see a former Premier League side relegated out of the league for the first time. All right, everyone, it was somewhat of a long short tonight, but the lower leagues are heating up, and so is my ability to talk about them. So for the Too Many Guys Soccer Show, this is Chelsea Mike Shustak, reminding you to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel or download wherever you get your podcast. As always, we'll try to do better next time. We'll see you soon.